Welcome back, friends. It has been a couple weeks since book club. I'm so sorry, but hello, we are here and we are finishing out Son of a Witch, book number 2 in our Wicked book series. And I told you guys we were going to be reading this book together in real time as a long form video. And here we are. We're finishing the book out. Yes, it's Christmas time. No worries there. Do we stay with this book series? Or do we take a break and have a little Christmas read in between here? I'm kind of leaning towards taking a break and doing a little shorter book, maybe a Christmas read, something a little bit more fun. So if you guys have any recommendations, definitely let me know down in the comments below because I'm open to suggestions and I'm feeling something more holiday-esque and we can hop back into this series when spring is coming, you know? One thing to finish this off, we're gonna finish this book and then we're gonna have a Wicked watch party together. I wanted to do it at the end of book 1, but I was feeling a little bit unmotivated at the end of book 1. So at the end of book 2, we're finally gonna watch it, the new Wicked that just came out with Miss Ariana and Cynthia, and we'll see if we like it. I've never seen the Broadway play, and this book is vastly different than what I thought the movies were about. So they probably don't have anything to do with each other, but good for you. What is the second one? Good Witch? Wicked 2? Good for now? Good for all? I don't know. I live under a rock. I don't know. Nothing to do with Son of a Witch. I'm pretty sure. But because the second one just came out and we're about to finish the second book, let's have a watch party, shall we? Before we hop into that though, we're finishing out this book. Go ahead and look at my last shorts for the book club reviews to catch up on where we are, but we're starting at Siege and we're finishing the last of the book, which is about 85 pages. So get yourself a good playlist going, something that's a little bit more upbeat that will keep you up and awake, and let's get to reading the book together. Alrighty, so as we're opening here, it's back at the mortuary and the sisters hear that Lear is back, but he's not back with Candle, he's back with a boy. And head sister Maude thinks that he's gonna request shelter with them. So let's see. Mother Yakel is still at the mortuary. She's not going anywhere, is she? It takes a daughter of Lurlina to draw out the milk only boys can make. Are you trying to tell me that when Candle rode him as a corpse, that's what cured him? That's what sucked the poison out of him? What? What? Please tell me I'm wrong about that. Maybe there was something yet to be understood about whether he'd actually slept with her, impregnated her, even more, whether and in what ways he might love her. That little dream Lear had was interesting. They're coming to look for him, and they know one of them's name is Lear, but Mother Maude is covering. Yes, girl. Yes. For one thing, ladies in community tending to have their menses together. Lady Galinda's at the mortuary? Why? So yes, Galinda is there and Sir Cheffrey left her a lot of money and she thought it was time to help the women with her good work. Thought it was time to help the women in their good works. So the Nor, Princess Nastoya, birds, every plot that has been brought up that Lear has supposed to be paying attention to or working towards this whole time just got brought up in one whole page. How are we gonna finish all this up? What? This is just all happening so fast. I feel like all of these storylines are closing really quick. So he flies to the birds and now the birds are flying and they're at Princess Nastoya? It took you 10 years to get there, my guy, and now you're just there? Okay. So they send the bird down to check with Nestoya's crew if they could go in there. And the last thing they say about it is, if Princess Nestoya has time, we have time, said Lear. It is her time that we need to read, not ours. And then they leave. Do they help her? And now they're pressing on. They're coming towards Kaimacau, and they're back at the castle where Nanny is in history. We still love Nanny though. She goes, Shell? And Lear goes, decidedly not. And she says, good. I didn't like Shell very much. It's nice to see you again, whoever you are. Poor Nanny. Poor Nana. Oh, he asks, do you think Elphaba will have a history? She already does, Ninnykins. I just saw her flying up the valley as large as a cloud. Her cape went out behind her, 1,000 bids in flight. Little Nanny. By the time they neared Emerald City half a month later, the Conference of Birds was 6,000 strong. What is going to happen with all these birds? This is interesting. The Conference of Birds had rehearsed to perfection. They flew in formation for viewing from the east. They were the witch, hat and cape, skirt and broom, shadowy face tucked down against the wind. Lear on his broom played the keen black eye of the witch. Elphaba lives, Elphaba lives, Elphaba lives. So Lear, you just get to bounce around and choose who you want to be with? You want to be over here with Trism, but then you want to shack up with Candle? So I missed that all of the Scrow is with them and they're gonna set up Princess Nestoya at Apple Press Farm. Candle seems surprised to see them there. Candle says that the tribe got there about a week ago and she hasn't been really able to talk to them. And of course, Lear, the first thing he asks her is, where's Trism? And she goes, you're not gonna ask me? In my state? The way this book is ending. She's hurting, he thought. Even I, dull as I am, can see that. But from what? My long absence? My affection for Trism? Or is it the child inside her making her sick? Draining her blood, eating her liver from within, kicking her pelvis sore? Is someone gonna tell him? Anyone? Is anyone gonna tell him? Trism left him faces? Skinned, dead faces? The birds go, your wife is very kind, even in her heavy condition, and your husband seems equally kind. He took the 13 faces and hung them up from the apple tree. Why? So apparently Trism told Candle that Lear would want the two of them to go away together to be safe for protection. Though now I see he meant more to you than I reckoned. See, us girls are always gonna figure it out. What he heard mostly was her possessive pronoun, my child, not ours. Lear, you fully blamed her on cheating on you and getting pregnant by a farmer. You didn't want the kid. You left her. And now you're back. And oh, I'm not welcoming you. I'm not inviting you to stay with us. What? This makes no sense. None. So Lear convinced Candle to play her guitar thing. She got him back to life with it. He's hoping that she can guide Princess Nestoya to her death with it. So let's see what happens. Nestoya is not in a good condition. We are 10 years down the line. My girl is not really talking, can't really do anything, can't really see. She's all disfigured. She's going bald. Girl needs to just lay down, you know? I bet you anything Candle's gonna go into labor as Nestoya dies. How much you want to bet? Now the dead tree faces are singing a song to help Nastoya. So the human part of Nastoya melts, turns into smoke, and then it says her eyes opened and her head rolled back. Her eyes met Lear's for an instant. Her neck snapped. Nastoya? It got dark fast. He unpacked Princess Nastoya's promised gift. The word on the street. Elphaba lives. Nor's handwriting. He pretty much was done with Nor, wherever she was. She's probably fine. She's just a memory in my head now. Nor's writing. Elphaba lives. Lear gets back to Apple Press Farm and immediately he can tell that nobody is there. He tries to look around for everybody, but he can see the goose is gone, donkey's gone, chickens are gone, nobody's there. He builds himself a little fire because it's cold, I guess. And then he hears something like an animal, and a goat is tied up in the bushes, kind of hidden, but really needed to get milked. So he milked it. But then he tripped over something and it was Elphaba's cape in the bushes with a baby inside. He thought the baby was dead. The baby was cold. It was outside. It was late at night when he found it. He held the baby up close to his face and he thought he felt the mouth move. So he brings the baby inside. Baby is still alive. He remembers that flashback he had of Elphaba rocking the basket. So he went and he found a basket. He rocked the baby to sleep. And then when he woke up in the morning, he thought Kate Candle had to get abducted. She had the baby, didn't want anything bad to happen for the baby, because you know what birds do if predators come? They fly. They lead predators away from their nest. He thought Candle was doing that with the baby. She knew that Lear would come back. She can read the present, so she knew everything was going to be okay. Either Lear would have to bury the baby if the baby didn't make it, or he would find her in time and take care of her. And he did. Milked the goat, fed the baby the goat milk, and in the morning when he cleaned her up, she's green. The baby's green. Elphaba lives. I am not gonna lie to you, the last part of that book, I didn't think I wanted to read the next one, but now with that, I'm curious about what the next one is gonna be like. I am still most part mad about how that book ended. I am done with Lear being so back and forth, wanting whatever and not being able to make up his mind. Are you gonna have a wife and a husband? If you are, totally fine. But don't flip and flop depending on who's in front of you at the moment, do you know? I'm glad Princess Nastoya finally got sent off. Glad Candle was able to help with that. I'm sure it was a peaceful kind of passing. I don't understand what happened with she locked eyes with Lear and her neck snapped. I don't know why that needed to be there. Was that so her human form went first and then her animal form went? I thought she wanted to pass away as a human, not an animal. Let's talk about it. How did you guys feel about this last part of the book? Are you guys eager and wanting the next book, or are we gonna take a break and do some Christmas stuff? You guys gotta let me know. We're gonna decide this. I'm so excited we finally finished it and we read it all together. Thanks for joining me for this last round of book club. Next week we're not gonna have a book club because we're gonna decide what we're gonna read. I'll give us a couple options and I will put a poll up, so please vote in the poll and see what we're gonna read for November and December. We finished book 2, all the way done. See you guys next time. Toodles.